If you don't live in a state where marijuana is legal, perhaps you're wondering about all those edible pot products popping up in said states. Well, our intrepid MarketWatch reporter Charles Passy, recently in Colorado reporting on a cannabis trade conference, joins us now to bring us his personal edible marijuana report. Charles, thank you so much.
Pleasure
for being
to be
with
here.
us. So you had never ingested a pot product before.
Never.
Were you worried?
Well, you know, I was in the sense that there was this story, New York Times columnist Maureen Dowd tried edible marijuana. I think it was her first time as well. And let's just say she over-ingested and really regretted it. So I was kind of in that zone of like, I want to try it, but I don't want to have that kind of experience.
So how did you choose which one to take? And by the way, there's a huge variety now.
Yeah, I mean, there's everything from candies, cookies, granola. I went to a dispensary, I mean, that's where you have to purchase the product, and kind of talk through with them, you know, what would have an effect but would be a little bit easy to figure out.
Did they ask you to describe your ideal high, by any chance?
They do. Well, they do actually,
okay.
because there are different kinds of highs.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so they had recommended what's called a tincture. So it's a liquid concentrate. You put a few drops under your tongue and wait for the magic to happen.
And so, what happened, Charles?
No magic happened.
No magic
happened. I mean, I had the opposite of the Maureen Dowd effect. I had no effect, and I was really trying to follow the instructions that they gave me and that what I read on the product label. It was called Dewdrops, and it was the Spearmint Dewdrops.
And did you try it again?
I tried it. I waited a requisite amount of time,
yes.
About another hour. Tried it again. Tried it yet a third time in that one night. And never felt anything. Repeated the whole process the next night and never felt anything.
This is so anticlimactic.
It was. It is actually, though, pointing to a much more serious issue, which is that dosaging with edible marijuana is very confusing. In some ways, I had the opposite experience as Maureen Dowd, but in some ways, I had the exact same experience because it was a dosaging question.
So this industry needs to be regulated because at the same time as you don't want to have a terrible trip, you also don't want to feel ripped off.
Right, exactly. And that is, in some ways, what's funny is since I have visited, which was a few months ago, Colorado has actually improved the labeling and the way these products are demarked so that theoretically you would know how much to take. Turns out I should have been taking at least 3 or 4 times the amount of the product that I was taking. I was told to go very conservatively. I did, but I did feel ripped off.
So next time you're in Colorado,
I'll know what to do. I'll know what to do.
Charles, thank you so much.